Most people believe communication is just about talking, but real communication is about influence. It's about the power to make people listen, respect you, understand you, and remember what you said long after the conversation ends. If you master this one skill, your entire life changes. Your career, your relationships, your confidence, your opportunities. Everything becomes easier. That's why today, you're going to learn how to master communication skills in a way most people never do. Not through complicated theories, but through real, practical methods you can apply instantly. The first thing you need to understand is this: communication is not a talent, it's a skill. No one is born naturally charismatic. No one is born a smooth talker. No one enters this world knowing how to express themselves confidently. Every great speaker you've ever seen, every leader who commands attention, every person who speaks with confidence and clarity, they practiced, they trained, they learned. Communication is a muscle, and like any muscle, the more you use it with intention, the stronger it becomes. You don't need perfect English. You don't need a fancy accent. You don't need a dramatic personality. What you truly need is a mindset that says, I can learn this. Once that belief enters your mind, everything else becomes possible. One of the biggest signs of weak communication is speaking too fast. People rush their words because they're nervous or insecure, afraid of judgment or silence. But strong communicators do the opposite. They speak slowly, not lazily, not dramatically, but with control. When you slow down, people listen. They understand you better. Your words gain weight. You appear confident, even if you're shaking inside. Look at any great leader, pay attention to their speed, pay attention to their pauses. They let their words settle. They let silence work for them, not against them. A pause is not awkward. A pause is power. But the biggest secret of communication is not speaking at all, it's listening. If you want to master communication, master listening first. Most people don't listen to understand. They listen to reply. They're thinking of what to say while the other person is talking. They're waiting for their turn to speak. This destroys real connection. Good communication begins with patience. When someone speaks, you don't interrupt. You don't judge. You don't rush. You simply listen. Listening helps you understand what the person truly means, not just what they say. Listening builds trust, makes people feel valued, and gives you the information you need to respond effectively. The better you listen, the better you speak. Before you even say a word, your body is already communicating everything about you. Your posture, your eye contact, your facial expressions, your tone, all of it shapes how people perceive your message. If you want people to respect you before you speak, your body needs to speak confidence. Stand straight, shoulders relaxed, chin slightly up. Maintain steady but not intense eye contact. Use your hands naturally when explaining something. Don't fidget. Don't shrink. Don't look down. Even if you don't feel confident, your body can project confidence. And when you look confident, people treat you differently. Eventually, your mind catches up to your posture. Another powerful step is removing filler words from your speech. The like, actually, basically, you know. These weaken your message. They make you sound unsure and unprepared. Strong communicators don't fill space with noise. They fill it with silence. Instead of saying, take a breath. Instead of filling every second, pause. A pause makes your speech cleaner and more controlled. Practice speaking for 1 minute without any filler words. It's difficult at first, but it will completely transform the clarity of your communication. There is also a simple psychological trick used by great communicators around the world. Something called the rule of 3. The human mind remembers things better in threes. So whenever you want to make a point, break it into 3 parts. For example, communication gives you confidence, influence, and opportunities. 3 points. More impact, more memorable. Teachers use it. Presidents use it. Storytellers use it. And now, you can too. Another thing that separates average communicators from great ones is purpose. Most people talk without knowing why they are talking. They speak randomly, without intention or direction. But effective communicators always know the purpose behind their words. Before you speak, ask yourself, what am I trying to say? What is my goal? What emotion do I want the listener to feel? When your intention is clear, your message becomes sharp. People don't follow those who talk a lot. People follow those who talk with purpose. To become a memorable communicator, you must master emotional delivery. Words alone are not enough. Emotion gives words life. Two people can say the same sentence, but it will hit completely differently depending on tone, energy, and pace. When you speak, adjust your tone based on the message. Slow down on powerful lines. Use a calm tone for serious points. Use more energy when inspiring. Use softness when being sincere. Your voice is an instrument. Learn to control it, and you control your impact. But nothing makes communication more powerful than storytelling. Humans are wired for stories. We forget facts, but we remember stories for years. When you want someone to understand, relate, or feel something, tell a story. Every good story has three elements: a problem, a struggle, and a lesson. Use stories from your life, from people you know, or from general experiences. A good story can change someone's mind more effectively than a long explanation. Great communicators also think before they speak. This sounds simple, but very few people do it. Speaking without thinking is the root of misunderstandings, arguments, and damaged relationships. When someone asks you something, pause for a moment, process the information, then reply. This pause will make you appear more mature, more intelligent, and more respected. Thinking before speaking is not hesitation, it is wisdom. At the same time, you must eliminate negative communication habits. These include sarcasm, complaining, dismissiveness, gossiping, interrupting, speaking too loudly, or reacting with anger. These habits destroy your image and make people avoid you. Instead, develop habits like staying calm, using a respectful tone, listening fully, being patient, and speaking with positivity. Communication becomes powerful not only when you add the right things, but when you remove the wrong ones. Another important skill is adaptability. Different situations require different communication styles. The way you talk to a friend is not the way you talk to a boss. The way you talk to a child is not the way you talk to a client. The best communicators adjust their tone, words, and expressions based on the environment and the person. Adaptability shows emotional intelligence. It makes you effective in every situation. One more thing. Keep your communication simple. Complexity doesn't impress. Clarity does. If people cannot understand your message, your communication has failed. Use simple words, short sentences, direct language, clear ideas. The more simple your message, the stronger it becomes. And remember, this confidence is built through action. You will not become a better communicator just by watching videos or reading scripts. You improve by practicing. Talk more, express more, ask questions, start small conversations, record yourself, speak in front of a mirror, practice storytelling, engage with people. Every interaction is training. Every conversation builds confidence. You don't grow by thinking about communication. You grow by doing it. One powerful way to level up your communication is to become the calmest person in the room. Calm people command respect. They don't rush. They don't react emotionally. They don't panic. When you stay calm, your voice becomes clearer, your thoughts become sharper, and your presence becomes stronger. People automatically trust calm communicators. Train yourself to breathe slowly, think clearly, and speak with stability. Calmness is a superpower in communication. Reading is another habit that boosts communication naturally. Reading expands your vocabulary, improves your sentence structure, enhances your understanding of emotions, and gives you new ways to express yourself. Even 10 minutes of reading daily will change the way you speak and think. What you feed your mind eventually reflects in your communication. Your social environment also plays a huge role. If you constantly surround yourself with negative people, loud talkers, or those who communicate poorly. You will pick up their habits. But if you surround yourself with confident speakers, intelligent people, calm communicators, and those who express themselves well, their style will rub off on you. Energy is contagious. Choose wisely. Communication is also deeply connected to emotional intelligence. If you understand emotions, your own and others, you become a master communicator. You will know when to speak, when to stay silent, when to be gentle, when to be serious, when to comfort, and when to challenge. Emotional intelligence helps you navigate conflicts, build connections, and speak in a way that resonates with people's hearts, not just their minds. Another skill that most people ignore is learning how to end conversations gracefully. Ending a conversation well is just as important as starting it well. A strong communicator ends with clarity, respect, and positivity. Never walk away in anger. Never leave things unclear. A good ending creates a good memory, and communication is built on memories. The final step to mastering communication is simple. Practice daily in real situations.